you've been having a wonderful, wonderful week. And even if not, that's okay too, little bunny. I love you. I am here. And I cannot wait to spend the next however long with you. We can spend as long as we want, little bunny. Because you know who's in charge here. You and I are in charge, little bunny. That's right. We can spend time together and it can be whatever our hearts desire. And you know what my heart desires more than anything right now, little bunny? It's to see you smile. And I get what I want, don't I? I get to see you smile. Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the winning team, little bunny. We win all over the place, especially in the games of our choosing. That's one of the great joys in life. Choose your games, little bunny. Choose what games you want to play. You can choose the game of being combative and like picking fights all over the place and stirring up trouble everywhere. Or you can choose the game of maybe just chilling out a bit, going down the street with a smile. When someone gets on your nerves, maybe you can just be like, you know what? That's not my game I want to play. I don't really want to talk back and make this whole dramatic thing and get in all these battles with people. There are a million battles that are begging for you to get involved, little bunny. You want to choose the ones that are right for you. Not even battles, but games. Games can be the way you make the world better. Games can be the way you choose to spend your introverted solo time. It can be the people you choose to spend time with, whether it's spicy lovers or the best of friends, or if you have neither spicy lovers nor the best of friends, it is getting out there and meeting strangers. Those are your options, little bunny. Those are your games. You're gonna have the spiciest, wonderful time with spicy friends, or are you gonna have the most hilarious sleepover fun times with platonic buddies? Or are you gonna go meet strangers and just see what the world can throw at you? Or you can do all three. You can play any games you want, little bunny. And you know what game we like to play every podcast episode, little bunny? It is, what is your daddy drinking? Non-alcoholic drinking. I have something that has never been drank on the podcast before. This is breaking new ground, little bunny. And it's a good beverage. It's an important beverage. It's a beverage that plays the game of make daddy a super hot model for video content. It is. I'm going to sip it and you're going to guess. That is a lie because it is not refreshing. It is a protein shake, little bunny. I am drinking a protein shake on the podcast so I can look good in my tight shirts. Yeah. Daddy bursting with muscles. It's crazy. The amount of protein that you're supposedly supposed to be getting is really, really high. Like over 100 grams per day. I do not eat meat, so I have to really, really, really go out of my way to make sure basically every meal has a ton of protein. So I can give this is not a sponsor, but I'll give this product a shout out. I've been enjoying it. This is Slate protein drinks. And I was getting these boxes that they have like chocolate flavor and vanilla flavor and dark chocolate. And those have 20 grams of protein. Those were tasty, but 20 is not that much, So I saw they have like an ultra protein version with double the amount of protein. I was like, hell yeah. Give me that protein. I gotta look all muscular for my little bunny, isn't that right, little bunny? And so I can beat up all the people who try and pull you into their battles, and I could be like, psh, 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 my bunny picks the games that they play. And if you want to drag my little bunny into your game of negativity and just I'll protect you, little bunny. I will protect you. And I have to schedule my workouts for next week too. So this ultra protein version of the Slate protein drink has double the protein. And so you know why I laughed. I laughed when it arrived, little bunny. The double protein one. I laughed. Why do you think I laughed? Because it was the same drink in double the size of a can. He just made a larger can and called it the ultra protein version. It's just the same thing in a double size can. So yeah, I guess it is double the protein because I'm drinking double the content. Wow, what other kind of stuff can I plug that is not even sponsored? I don't know. I gotta get out of the habit, little bunny, of saying I don't know. It's not hot. It's not hot. I know exactly. I'll plug the Meetup app. I think, wait, hold on. Does Meetup, I think it's like, I think it's subscription now, which is not smart for a Meetup app. Maybe it's still free. If you, little bunny, if your mind is still lingering when I said hot, spicy lovers or the best of friends, and you're like, Daddy, that is so depressing because I have neither of those things. Little bunny, we all have chapters where we have neither of those things. And you know how to exit the chapter? Exit the chapter where you don't have spicy fun and you don't have the best of friends. Do you know how you exit that chapter? You gotta play the third game of getting your damn self out there doing activities. That's how you make friends in adulthood. Do not get depressed, little bunny, if you are like, damn, I used to know so many people back in high school and potentially college, depending on what kind of, or university program you went to. And then you say, but now it's just me and maybe a couple other people. So, well, yeah, little bunny, because you had built into your life all this stuff with quote unquote strangers. You had all these classmates. You had all these co-people of all the things you were doing. In adult life, if you want to make friends, you gotta go out and do an activity. You gotta go do an activity. You could do some dancing. You could go to a drawing meetup. I've been to a drawing meetup a few times as I've been scouting out stuff for the startup. And it's social. The people who go to these drawing meetups, some of them are super, super beginners. And you can go there and you can just, like, if it's socially anxiety inducing for you to go to a place with strangers, you can just go with your pad and your pencil and you can just sit at the shared table with everyone else and you can just kind of do your own thing. But you'll be in a social context and it will be that first step, little bunny. That first step of getting out there in the world, meeting people. People are great, little bunny. Don't get tricked by doom and gloom that the world is full of horrible, horrible people. The world has horrible, horrible people, and it has tons and tons of amazing human beings who will make you so happy. Oh, I wish I had the words. I think a core ingredient of happiness, little bunny, is having other people. The good news is that it's totally doable. The world is full of people. What other activities? Yeah, the drawing. You could do a music thing. You could go to like a jam or something. You could go to like a drum circle. You know those hippie drum circles? I don't think I've ever been in one. But you could, there's Halloween stuff coming up, little bunny. Okay, if you're like, oh, no one's going to invite me to a Halloween party, it's okay, little bunny. Maybe you're like, oh, but Daddy, I'm so popular. I have so many Halloween parties. I have to I have to turn people down. There's all kinds of Halloween activities that are just open invitation, little bunny. If you say, Daddy, I'm not getting invited to the things I want to get invited to, maybe you're already a super popular little bunny and you still aren't getting the invites to things that you really want. Little bunny, the world is full of open invitations to you. Little bunny, the world is opening itself to you to get out there, to take it. Oh, you have everything going for you, little bunny. Hardest thing to conquer is that discouraging voice in your head that sometimes comes up and it says, oh, but I'm not wanted, or I'm not this enough, or I'm not that enough, or oh, I would do this if, or I would go over there if, or I would try this if. Little bunny, not in this garden. I hereby give you the power, the encouragement, the energy, the nudge, the shove, the push to go take some kind of social risk. The risk is probably putting your ego on the line. If it's going dancing, yeah, you're going to have to go there and be like, oh God, what if no one wants to dance with me? And you know what? You might have to ask people to dance. Wow. Sound risky, sound nerve-wracking. Little bunny, all that's at risk is your ego. So you're going to be fine. You're going to do it for me. You're going to be brave. Doesn't have to be dancing. If you're like, Daddy, dancing sounds not fun to me. And when I say dancing, I'm talking about partner dancing specifically. Salsa is the most iconic example and is probably the most common. So if you want to get started, that's an easy way to check it out. There's a million different partner dances. Pick the style of music you like. You can go open up ChatGPT and say, hey, help me pick a partner dance style that's right for me. And it'll help you. Well, I guess there's my plugging products that I don't get anything from. Pick your AI of choice. Doesn't matter. And it'll help you figure out these things. If you're like, I need help figuring out an activity. What activity should I do? You say, my daddy Lindy is saying that I have to go pick an activity to go out there and meet people and fill my life with amazing people who ... And then I don't know how to describe it. People who what is it that people give you? I think people are the vibrance of life. It's one thing to watch a movie alone and to love a movie alone. One of my favorite movie experiences of all time. I have to share this with you. This was in a period of your daddy Lindy's life when he did not really have friends. And it wasn't because he was unlikable. It's because he would not take the risk to get out there and just meet people. He would not take the social risk. So, at this point, in that chapter of my life, I wanted to go to the movies. And so I went out And I just wandered in to the movie theater. And I was like, that movie. And I picked a movie I hadn't heard of before. And I go in. And by myself, I watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So much fun just watching by myself in a movie theater. There's great joy in watching a movie alone. And also, little bunny, a movie with the right person can be so much goddamn fun, little bunny. I want you to have the option of having a great time watching a movie on your own, including one of my favorite movie-going experiences was alone. And also, little bunny, I want to make sure you're not robbing yourself of having the most fantastic, hilarious, fun movie nights with the best of friends, or the spiciest of lovers, or even, here's an event you can do. Go see something in public. Oh, it was so marvelous, little bunny. Another one of my favorite movie experiences. It was in Vienna when I was traveling a couple years ago. This was in Garden era. And in Vienna, there is a public movie night where is it like at the Capitol or something, some absurdly magnificent Viennese city hall type building. They have this big projector screen, and it's like all of Vienna is here at this movie night outdoors in the summer. And they showed that evening An American in Paris, the filmed stage version of the musical based on the piece of music by George Gershwin. Did you follow that, little bunny? We're talking about the movie, the filmed musical of the musical based on a piece of music. Wait, no, based? Okay, it's a movie. It's the movie version of the musical of the movie based on the piece of music by George Gershwin. Freaking amazing to be in Vienna with all these strangers watching a masterpiece by one of my favorite composers of all time. And my God, I could go on a rant about the contrast between this, I think it's the second Viennese school, if you know your classical music, and the likes of Arnold Schoenberg. My God, there is something poetically absolute justice about 100 years after Schoenberg's time. It is not Piero Lunaire broadcast up on the capital of Vienna. It is my boy, George Gershwin, who is the opposite approach to Schoenberg, total opposite, fork in the road of modernism, early 20th century. I'm going to go down the rabbit hole because I want to. Arnold Schoenberg, the second Viennese school. Schoenberg decided that do I really go down music? No, I do a tea time. Have I done a tea time about this one specifically? I feel like I have. I think I have. Okay, I guess we'll actually plug a garden thing. The locked section of the garden, little bunny, is the Patreon. And if you want to hear me pour some tea with you, this is a social thing you and I can do together. We'll make tea together, and I will ramble about the difference between Arnold Schoenberg and the Second Viennese School, in contrast to George Gershwin and the film composers of Hollywood. see the fork in the road. Which way, composer, 20th century composer? And I have strong opinions on how things turned out. I'll leave it at that. Let me take another swig of this protein. It's kind of funny. There's something almost like holy about this. It's like a communion where I drink this and this becomes the muscle of the daddy Lindy. Right? It's like, take this protein shake, drink it, and it will become the muscle that protects the little bunny. Here we go. Boom. That's like 2,000 atoms of, no, way more than 2,000. How many molecules of muscle tissue are in that sip? I don't know, sense of scale. How many molecules? So let's calculate it. Okay. So if this has 40 grams of protein, and how many sips are in this thing? This is probably like a 50 sip. We'll say 40 sip. So each sip is 1 gram. Okay. And if the protein, what do you think, little bunny? At what rate does the protein convert to muscle mass? Let's see. What do we know? We know that I guess you could build a pound of muscle a week by having how many grams of protein? Let's say 150 times 7. What's that, little bunny? 700. It's like 1,000. Okay, it's 1,000. I don't even know what numbers I said. What am I even saying? 1,000 grams of protein being 1 pound of muscle. Rough numbers. Okay. How many grams are in a pound? Little bunny, if you're like, Daddy, I use metric. I don't know what a gram and a pound is, little bunny. Wait, no, a gram is metric. Then how do you convert a pound to a gram? Let's see, if a gram is like a coin, a pound is like 16 grams to a pound or something. Wait. I don't know. Oh God, I don't know. Okay, I'm so lost. We're doing 1,000 grams of protein is 1 pound, and 1 pound is 16 grams or so. I don't think it is, but that means, oh my God, I'm going brain dead. What does this mean, little bunny? It means we have to divide the 1,000 and the 16. So let's just say, I said 100 grams of protein would be 1/16 of a pound. What? Oh no. How did I bring us down this path, little bunny? No. I feel like I can't get myself out of this hole if I have to finish this math equation, this physics equation. What were we even doing? Maybe this is all a tactic to help you fall asleep, little bunny. Just tune me out and fall asleep. That's right. Oh my God, I listen to alien podcasts to fall asleep oftentimes. And sometimes in the middle of the night, because it's still playing in my ears. Like, I'll hear some line that's really scary, and then I'll kind of like wake up a little bit, but I'm in this half asleep, half awake, and there's like some terrifying thing that's being said, and I freak out. So there's this family house that I sometimes stay at in the middle of the woods. And it's not a haunted house from my perspective, but from many people's perspective, it is definitely a haunted house, right? And so, it's like you're living amongst the bugs and there's no one for miles, and super old house, like older than the United States, just about. And the house is like crooked, and all kinds of bugs are like crawling in the doors, don't like fully close right. And so this was just this past summer. I was in the middle of the night. I was like listening to an alien podcast, and at some point, I like burst out of bed and like started running, running around because I was just freaked out by something. No, but I don't know, if our fellow aliens are listening, little bunny, I am a safe person. You may be a bunny, even if you're an alien. We do not. Your dog can be a bunny, little bunny. You can dress up your dog for Halloween as a bunny. You can be a fellow bunny. We let anyone and everyone who wants to find the garden be in the garden. All right, with that extra energy, we have to close out this calculation, little bunny. We just have to. From the top, one sip of this. Okay, no, that's not even the top. This can has 40 grams of protein. It has about 40 sips, meaning one sip has about 1 gram of protein. If 1 week of muscle, 1 week of high protein is 1 pound of muscle, assuming that you do your exercise. And 1 week of high protein is going to be, it was like, let's say 1,000 grams of protein. So it would take 1,000 sips of this to be 1 pound. What am I even trying to figure out? It was how 1,000th of a pound. Okay, so each sip is 1,000th of a pound. Yeah, we were doing like communion, right? So the protein shake is like, let this be the muscle of my daddy Lindy that protects the bunny. So it's like 1,000 sips is 1 pound of muscle. So, oh yeah, we're going to say like how much. Yeah, it's 1,000th of a pound of muscle. I don't think we need to figure out what that is. Okay, let's build. Ready to build right now, little bunny. We're going to build a 1,000th of a pound of Daddy Lindy muscle. Okay, I need you to bless this protein shake sip. Okay, you need to bless it. You're going to say, let this protein sip nourish my Daddy Lindy, and may he do his strength workout as well to make sure it actually turns into muscle. And let it bring 1,000th of a pound of muscle to my Daddy Lindy's hot biceps so he can look good bursting out of a tight shirt. Okay, here we go. Very good. Oh, I'm getting to the bottom, which is like the super chocolatey part. I kind of need to wash down the protein shake with something else, you know. It's almost like a snack, like a liquid snack, more than a drink. Man, I almost need to go get some water. What else, little bunny? I love you. I love you. I will always be here for you. I am always scheming for the next big great thing for us. And things are looking up, little bunny. A lot is happening behind the scenes that you can't see yet. But the garden has such a bright future. We're in the early days still. Early days of the garden. What a high energy episode, little bunny. I feel like I can't end with a calculation, and I feel like we haven't been going on that long. I just am suddenly running out of stuff to say, so I'm panicking. Panic, I'm out of stuff to say. What do I do now? You know what we do now, little bunny? I am declaring myself off the clock. There we go. All right. And in fact, being off the clock, let me put this microphone on the stand. I am no longer responsible for the quality of this episode. So you can turn it off. And I am going to leave it running while I go get myself some water, and I'll be back in about 30 seconds. All right. All right, now it's your turn, little bunny. Your turn to entertain me. Ready, go. Entertain me. Entertain me. Tell me about your day. Tell me a joke. Okay. Alternate between telling me about your day and a joke. Now weave in the joke and tell me about your dream. What are you gonna do this weekend, little bunny? Tell me about the weekend coming up. Oh, and how you're so inspired to go out and make this weekend worth it, right? To not make the weekend just pass by as weekends do, but to make the weekend count. Do something awesome with your weekend. Get out there and not worry so much about your ego being hurt. I need to be going out more, little bunny, actually. I had an overabundance of activity and I pulled back. Now I think I'm ready to get out there and do more stuff out in the world. Off the clock. No longer responsible for the quality of the episode. Can just relax now and just hang out with my little bunny. Just hang out with you, my little bunny. I have a pretty colorful wall right now with lights. My apartment is a mess right now. We got boxes and floors to mop. Oh man. It's a game you gotta choose to play, right? Making your house a nice place to live in. An essential game to play. Games to play. I'm playing 2 games right now. I'm gonna nerd out for 1 second. So I'm playing Hades and Blueprints right now. And turns out both of them are roguelikes, which is a game where when you lose, you start all the way over at the beginning, having made no progress. Sometimes they'll let you make a little bit of progress, but basically, you're starting fresh. And I don't think I like it. I don't think I like roguelikes. I want to make progress, little bunny. I want to make progress. Life has elements of a roguelike. I'll translate that. So many things that we try out in the world, projects that we start and fail at or don't finish, initiatives, even relationships we try and kindle, activities we try and get good at, or that we test out, activities we test out. Sometimes we come up empty-handed, and in fact, maybe most of the time we come up empty-handed. Most of the time the creative project doesn't pan out, or you dropped it, or it wasn't as good as you wanted it to be, or the activity that you tried out turned out to not be all that. Maybe you tried out jujitsu and it wasn't for you or something. Maybe you went for a certain job or a career path and it didn't work out. Or maybe you had a little side hustle business and that didn't work out. Maybe there was this person that you wanted to pursue, but that didn't work out. That's kind of all part of success. Success comes with failures of trying. It's like if something has if the really great things in life have only a 10% chance, let's say 1% chance of happening, you have two options. One is you can get super pessimistic and say, oh, it's overwhelmingly likely that I'm not going to get what I want. That's one approach. The other approach is you can fixate on this one thing and give it your freaking all and give it a go, knowing that you might, in fact, statistically are expected to fail. And you can do that and you can give that a go. But the third best one, it's almost like that second one. You give it a go. And you know that if there's a 10% chance that something is going to work out, then you just keep at it every opportunity you have for different things. And eventually this 10% chance is gonna work out. It's gonna work out. Just gotta keep at it. Keep trying different things. Explore, innovate, improve, try again, try this, try that. Give this a shot, give that a go, give it your all. And if it fails, that's okay, because you're still on the road to success, and you give another thing a shot. Give this a shot, and you give that a shot. You just go, and you go, and you go, and you go, and you go. And you're going to nail it, little bunny. You're going to nail it. And then all the failures is just like, were those even failures, or was that just part of the package deal of success? If I sell you a package deal of success, you open the box, it's one success and 99 failures, and you say, but Daddy, why are you selling me this package box of success with all these failures in it? I say, little bunny, that is part of the package deal. The package deal of having your one knockout success in whatever it is. If it's romance, little bunny, if it's creative stuff, if it's in finding your activity, if it's in career stuff, job interview stuff. The knockout success comes with 99 failures along the way. Even these people that you think of as, if you think business for a second, people who are super successful in business, pick whomever. You might think, oh, well, they succeeded when all these other people didn't succeed. But those people who succeeded, these companies that are really successful, there are so many failures along the way. And they'll try something. It won't work. They back up, they pivot, and they try something else. It won't work. They back up, they learn, they pivot, they try something else, and they do it again and again and again. And then it's just over time, because success is this package deal with one knockout success has 5, 10, 100, 1,000 failures associated with it. It's part of the package deal. Part of the package deal. How's that for some motivation? Is that motivating? Is that helping, little bunny? It's true. I won't tell you nonsense. I will not know. Except I defined the garden as an assortment of nonsense last week. Was it last week? Or was that in a locked audio? I don't know. I can't remember anymore. I won't parrot shitty advice. I'll only speak to you from what I believe to be true. You can take it or leave it. It's not like I've got all the answers, right? And there's no need that you need to be seeking the answers. You can just curl up and listen to me give you smooches. You don't have to do a damn thing, little bunny. There's nothing you need to do to win my approval or win my attention. Just be present with me. Or doze off. Doze off or be present. Or, I don't know. Even that I don't think is necessary. You can put me onto the background while you draw, while you send messages to people that you need things from. Like maybe you're trying to get a job and you need to send out messages to people to be like, hey, I'm looking for work. It's like, do you know any, do you, can you connect me? You could do that. You could put this on. While you do that, you can put this on while you floss. Yeah, I'm going to make you floss, little bunny. You say, but daddy, I don't floss because like it hurts my skin or whatever. You're going to either learn it, little bunny, or you're going to get floss picks, or you're going to get a water flosser. We're going to take care of those bunny teeth of yours, and you are going to have magnificently fresh breath for all the spicy fun that you would ever want to have, because flossing does make a big difference on breath, little bunny. So floss. And it also keeps your teeth nice and healthy, so you can have spicy fun and eat spicy food for many, many, many years to come. What else can you do while you're spending this time with me? You could cook. I would love. I think there's a locked audio where we make an easy recipe together. Did we do that? I know, and one of your fellow bunnies made a cookbook with the recipes from your fellow bunnies, and I put one in there. I'll give you an easy recipe. Oh, bunny, you ready? Easy recipe for a high protein black bean dish. I'll tell you what we did today. So, super easy is you get some scallions from the grocery store. You're not going to be able to use them all up. That's okay. But you're going to cut up the white ends of the scallions, and you're going to put it in a pan with a little bit of olive oil, and you let it sit, and then you get also from the grocery store some pre-chopped mushrooms, okay? Wash off the dirt. Toss those in with the scallions, or scallion whites, okay? You can stir it around real quick for a second, but then you just leave it, right? You're going to leave the scallions and the mushrooms. You're going to let them go for a little while. While they're going, you're going to open up a can of black beans. You're going to rinse the black beans. Get that super stale water out. And then once the mushrooms have kind of shrunk a little bit, because they shrink as they cook, you're going to put the black beans in, and you may need to get like a handful or two of water in the pan too, so there's like a little bit of a film of water. And then as you're seasoning, you're going to pour in some barbecue sauce. Okay, that's an easy seasoning for these beans. You can also put in like your salt, and if you have any kind of seasonings from the spice cabinet, you can just toss a couple stuff in there. It's fine. And then you kind of stir it together a little bit and turn the heat like a little high so that the water starts to bubble. What you're trying to accomplish here is to have you don't want the beans to just be like heating dryly on the pan. You want the beans to be like heated up through the bubbly water, but you want to end up without any water pretty much. So turn up the heat so that there's like a little bit of bubbliness. You can put in little like handfuls of water to make sure you got a little bit of bubbling, sauteing thing or whatever. And if you have an air fryer, which is like my greatest discovery for easy cooking. If you say, Daddy, I don't cook at home at all. I get all my food from a restaurant, whether it's fast food or whatever. Little bunny, check it out. Air fryer. I don't think they're that expensive. In the air fryer, I have some I think it's Beyond Meat, like crumbly things. Put it on there, put it on one of the high settings and just leave it there. It's going to get nice and crispy, okay? And then by the time your beans are done with the mushrooms and the scallions and the barbecue sauce, you can turn that off. And I guess you probably should have done you got to time it so that the Beyond Meat is like crispy and done, and you just like put that as a topping. And if you want to cut up the green ends of the scallions too, you can sprinkle those on top. And then you have a freaking healthy, high protein meal, little bunny. Straight from me to you. Aren't you lucky? The air fryer is good for other stuff. Oh my God. Little bunny. Another high protein. I won't do the calculation on this. Tofu. Tofu sucks to cook in a pan. It takes so long. And like for the best results, you have to like really squeeze out the water of the tofu. And like in the end, you're just going to get kind of like a soggy little flimsy thing of tofu. And it's like you can only get so excited about that, right? Little bunny. You can put tofu in an air fryer. I have it on like the French fries setting, okay? So you cut up the tofu into little strips and then you toss it with some olive oil. You gotta put some olive oil in some foil. Gotta get some foil, put some olive oil in the bottom of the foil. And then you in a single layer, put your tofu strips, put in the air fryer, hit the French fry option. It's going to cook for about 10 minutes, and it's going to beep at you. It's going to tell you to like go flip over the things, and you like one by one, you pull it out, you flip over and over and over each little tofu strip. And then put it back in, and then 10 minutes goes by. And then you have crispy little tofu things, and you say, but Daddy, that still sounds really bland. And I say, yeah, little bunny, that's why you dip it in something, okay? Get any kind of dip. I already had the barbecue sauce, obviously. But you can pick any dip, right? Any dressing. And you get a little bowl of the dressing, and then you can just like dip almost like they're freaking chicken tender type things. You just dip your tofu, and it's super crispy. It's got a satisfying texture. And it's going to give you the ridiculous amount of protein that you're supposed to be getting. Look at these. How many? Is this not a life-changing episode, little bunny. Life changing and all. All kinds of what a non-dramatic life-changing episode, right? The trajectory of your life may have been changed in so many ways from this episode, little bunny, yet none of it dramatic. I guess you'll have to dramatically thank me when your life is so much more this or that or this or that than you had ever dreamed it could be. Such a common theme of the garden, little bunny, is how much better your life gets seemingly all on its own. Just by popping me into your ears, little bunny, and letting me just talk to you for a little while. It's not even the point. I'm not really doing this to make your life better. Just having a good time with you. It just so happens that your life gets better. Oh, that's a nice, fun byproduct. It was never the mission. It's just about enjoying ourselves. Well, damn, is it time for bed? I don't want to go to bed. I want to stay awake with you, little bunny. You are so much fun. You are a joy. You are a treat. Your happiness means so much to me. Your happiness is important. You are a priority in the world. You do not matter less than other people. Your happiness is a worthy thing to seek. I want the best for you. And I like having you around. You're fun. You're a lot of fun, little bunny. I guess we'll end it there. But I will be back tomorrow morning to write you a poem. And you will hear it in just a moment. Good night, little bunny. I'll be right back. Good morning, little bunny. I slept very well. Thank you for asking. I've got a poem for you, and then we'll both go on with our day or night, and I'll see you very soon. Here's your poem that I wrote just for you today. Choose which social games to play. They'll define the emotions of your day. A fight with a stranger puts your good mood in danger and leaves your mental state in disarray. Choose friends and lovers instead for cozy movie nights in bed, or nights out filled with dancing, skills of bravery now advancing. With these games, you'll find happiness reappear. Have a great, great week, little bunny. I love you very, 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 very much. Always cheering for you. Always on your side in your corner. With you every step of the way. I love you. I love you. I love you.